Let's jump to this story from Fox News. Zachary Levi sparks Twitter controversy over claim that Pfizer is a danger to the world. Hardcore agree. I love this. Here's the tweet. Lyndon Wood said, "Do you agree or not that Pfizer is a real danger to the world?" And he said, "Hardcore agree." And liberals went nuts. Okay, one less movie ticket to spend money on. Stupid. Seriously, guy? Like. He didn't like a massive multinational pharmaceutical corporation that's been fined some of the largest fines in history, 2.3 billion plus another 430 million from 5 years prior. They didn't learn their lesson. They got fined like 200 million, and I think it was in 2001 or something like that. They got fined 430 million in 2004. Then they got fined again in 2009, and it was 2.3 billion dollars. And my question is, at a certain point, why don't you just shut them down? You're committing crimes. Over and over again, you're done. When a human being commits a crime, we say we take you from your job. Your job is no longer being done. We put you in a box. We close it. You can't go out.
Well,
with these corporations,
well,
it depends on the severity of the crime.
Sure.
But if we're talking about a crime against humanity on the scale of $2.3 billion fine because they were selling I can't remember exactly what they were doing, but they were like misleading the public as to what their drugs were doing or something like that.
Well, they let you know how crooked it is, because at my restaurant, if there was case after case after case after case of people getting sick after eating at my restaurant, I'd be shut down, and there'd be no question about it.
If you ran a company, if you were in a restaurant, and that restaurant was dealing drugs out of the back door, they would shut it down. Every employee fired. I mean, it's like, sorry, this company's committing crimes.
That's right.
And you know what it could be? It could be one manager who's been doing it, and they shut the thing down. And they say, no, this is a criminal enterprise. And then the people are just like, I don't know, man, I just make burgers. And like, too bad, you lose your job. But when a pharmaceutical company does it, this is the reality of the world. They're too big to fail. So the government says, just give us a cut of the profit and keep doing what you're doing.
So for the record, Pfizer got fined $2.3 billion for misbranding Bextra, with the drug Bextra, with the intent to defraud or mislead. The attempt, essentially, according to
Bextra for?
Justice.gov. I'm not sure what it was for.
Hold on, is that the 2.3 billion one?
2.3 billion. They were selling it off-label, meaning that they didn't get FDA approval for the things they were selling it for. They had only had approval for the original thing, and the FDA had declined to give it approval for the things that they were selling it for off the label, according to Justice.gov. Big mishandling of the public trust.
There's also a situation where there's this drug Lupron that's used for like prostate cancer and things like this, and it's being used off-label as a drug to give children to block puberty for gender dysphoria. And it's also used for precocious puberty in some cases, but it's only recommended for 3 months at a time, and so it's not approved for. It's not FDA approved for use in children for more than 3 months for this extra purpose, this gender dysphoria purpose, but no one says anything about it, and Lupron's sales continue to increase. They don't recommend the drug for that purpose, but they certainly just keep taking the money. This company, AbbVie, which makes a ton of drugs.
This is how it works with big corporations. Typically, the government just says, look, give us our cut, and you can keep doing it. A company does something that's illegal, makes $10 million. FTC says it's a $5 million fine, sir. And they go, geez, I guess I got to pay you. Have a nice day. And they put $5 million in their pocket. Mm-hmm.
I should specify, it says here that the FDA, when it came to Bextra, specifically declined to approve. So I think that they didn't say this is bad. I think they just didn't give it an approval, but they went ahead and used it anyway.
Zachary Levi, is it Levi? Is it Levy? Is it Levy?
Don't know.
I'll call him Levy. He was getting ragged on and attacked by the left. So he tweeted just one example of what I'm referring to, and it's at justice.gov, the largest healthcare fraud settlement in history. It's not anymore. I think there's GlaxoSmithKline's now the biggest. Oh. Yeah, $3 billion something. But and that was later on. But they're still attacking this guy over it. It's like, you're not going to go see Shazam next. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy 2 tickets to Shazam, and if nobody takes it, just pay for it. I'm gonna give the DC Universe, Warner Brothers money, because they got a guy leading a movie who didn't say anything anti-vax, just said, hey man, be wary of these massive multinational corporations, they're dangerous. I respect that, And that's the kind of marketing I think movies should be all about. So I'll buy two tickets. I'll buy two tickets for you.
Thanks.
You can have both seats.
I won't see it, but yeah. Okay. Oh, maybe I will then.
Well, we got tickets to go. No, we don't have tickets. We have tickets to see Quantumania. I really do want to see. It's Shazam: Fury of the Gods. I'm really excited. The first Shazam was awesome.
I don't know anything about Shazam.
It's a DC superhero. Billy Batson's a little kid. Wizard gives him the power of Shazam. It's a bunch of gods.
Shazam, is that like some
the wisdom
sort
of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, something I don't know.
He's fast like lightning.
So he's a little kid, and then he yells Shazam and gets struck by lightning, and then turns into a big, huge dude. Mm-hmm. And it's fun and funny. It was like the only DC movie that was actually a bit irreverent.
I like the funny ones. That's why I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
It was funny.
You haven't seen Shazam? You'll like it.
No. Well, I'll check it out.
It's fun.
Can I take my kid? Probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He'll
Super
be
fit.
like, oh, nice. We're going to see something I like.
But you can see the first one. The first one's out.
Okay.
It was like the best performing DC movie, I think, because they're all garbage. This one actually was good. And the second one's coming out. And all these liberals are yelling like 1 month before the movie comes out, this guy's an anti-vaxxer. And it's like, he didn't say any of that. You guys are nuts.
Well, the thing is, like, these Hollywood people, they need you all to comply with their viewpoint or else they're going to yell at you. And it's like, there's no reason to comply with anyone's viewpoint. Think for yourself every single time. I mean, obviously.
It's like making a song. This is why the Beatles were so great. John and Paul did not work in lockstep. They didn't sing harmonics of their words. They sang two totally different songs together to create a mega song. And we need more of that.
Who
with
do you think
arguments.
was better, John or Paul?
John.
Really?
I mean, John Lennon's one of my ultimate personal top 3 heroes.
Well, here's the
George
reality.
Washington and Einstein, probably.
Paul was poppy. John Lennon was cool. And so together, that was a powerful
That was
force.
the force.
John's willing to speak
Cool
out
and
against
poppy.
the military-industrial complex before it was cool.
Yeah, I mean,
he had the cool glasses.
Think about like Paul's songs with like, what was that? Was that one he wrote years ago?
Which one? He's written so many.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all like super.
It is
poppy.
very poppy.
Yeah, he was the pop star of the band.
And
for
John
sure.
Lennon is all like, Vietnam is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are getting blown
Dark,
up.
angry, got beat up when he was a kid, like just a rough life. Love that guy. Do you know what? I want to add some nuance to what Zachary was saying about Pfizer being evil. I think that what happens is unfettered drug dealers are dangerous or evil. Not all, because marijuana is a different beast. Caffeine is a different beast. They're both drugs, THC and caffeine.
Yeah, but unfettered, it's really bad. I mean, like,
True.
There's unfettered marijuana sales in New York City right now. You can't walk down the street without smelling it. Like, every bodega has unregulated marijuana sales. You don't have any idea what is being purchased or what is being sold. You don't have to show ID. There's absolutely no regulation. And the city is trying to shut it down now and be like, no, we're only going to give weed licenses to people who were formerly incarcerated or, on drug charges. But it's been like over a year. You can't tell the bodegas they have to stop selling loose pre-rolled joints now. They're not going to. It's unregulated, it's unfettered, and it's not a good situation.
Yeah, Pfizer's a result of an unfettered, a system where they can have immunity. Like Moderna's right there in the shadows. If you want to spend the next 10 years taking down Pfizer, Moderna is next, and it's going to be the exact same problem.
It blows my mind that there's regular people on Twitter defending Pfizer. I can't believe that. I mean, it's the same. It's the same.
Regular people?
Well, probably not. But it's the same cycle when it comes to these pharmaceutical companies. It's create a medicine or a vaccine or whatever, cause injuries, destroy lives, make $30 billion, find $3 billion, rinse and repeat.
Well, that's the thing I was saying about what we were just reading with the off-label, the intentional misleading. These are companies that, if you pull up the Wikipedia list of all of the crimes committed by these corporations. So the real issue for me is these people aren't doctors. I mean, they're technically doctors, but you have a doctor that you talk to when you're like, yo, I got a bum knee. They know your medical history. They know your family. If you get a good one, you've had them for a long time. The problem is when, you mentioned earlier, they go and lobby the doctors and they say, I told this story earlier. I was skating when I was like 16 and I hit my knee and I hurt it and I'm like, I better get it checked out. Doctor says, nah, it's a sprain or a strain or something. You're fine here. And then he handed me a whole bunch of sample packets of an anti-inflammatory steroid, methylprednisolone, I think it was.
My goodness.
And he was like, just take a couple of these. And they were sample packs. And he just threw them at me. And then I was like, whatever you say, doc. And I'm like,
my doctor did that with birth control pills.
Like in little sample packs?
Yeah, like a ton of them. Like, here, just take all these.
This was my family's doctor.
And when I was 16.
And what ended up happening is I was like, okay. So he's like, I took a couple of them. And then I didn't notice anything. And the next day I was like, I don't know, I just didn't take them. And then I ended up just getting better because I was a kid who,
Kids get better.
I banged my knee. I was skating, I fell, hit my knee, and I couldn't bend it. And so it like swole up or something. And it turned out to be nothing legitimately serious or anything like that. But I just kind of, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to me. You got to make sure you got a good trusted doctor. It's just that you got to make sure that when they hand you some like samples or whatever, you ask them, what does it do? Why do I need it? And if they can't answer and they're like, well, it was given to me, then maybe you got a salesman and not a doctor. So find someone who can give you good advice and talk to you about it. Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.